Hi folks, welcome back to the second part of this. This is the restoration of a Tops SERE knife. This was sent back to Tops. A couple of things, a little bit of business first. Thank you very much everybody who subscribed. We're getting up there to the point we're almost at the magic 1,000, which is the lowest limit for good things to start happening on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Hey, if you like it, please hit like too. That helps the algorithm. And in just a second, I'm going to go open this up. We're going to go through it, but first we've got the beginning part of the video. Stick around. Hi, thanks for tuning in, and today we have another knife video. This is on a Tops knife designed by Almar, and this is their SERE knife. It weighs 4.5 ounces. It's got a 4-inch blade here, made out of 154 cm stainless steel. G10 with black red liners here, and you can see the knife is designed to be able to take paracord at different places. You could lash that to a pole, make it into a spear. What this knife is named is a SERE knife. It's survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. It's also a nice mid-size knife to go on your belt. This is a Kydex sheath that has lost its belt clip, and the knife has been sharpened, but whoever sharpened it didn't do a great job. There's a couple different things I try to cut sometimes. This is bank cord. If you know bank cord, it's like a waxed heavy twine, polyester, I think in this case. Very strong, and you can use it for what we call bush bobs, kind of like a trot line, but if you go out in a creek or a river and you tie this to the end of a bush and put a hook and a weight and a piece of shrimp or something like that on, this thing will bob up and down when a catfish gets it. But that knife barely cut through that. Here I've got some regular old paracord, and I'm putting a fair amount of pressure on this to get this thing to cut. I mean, it barely cut it. Kind of sad. I'm going to compare it to this Swiss Army knife I got here. Swiss Army knife. Yeah, no problem. So the SERE knife needs a professional resharpening. I wrote to the folks at Tops, and this is going back. They're going to put a decent edge on it. The tumble finish has somewhat been worn and polished off. That's not going to change. It'll come back, though, with a good, realistic edge. The top swedge here has been slightly sharpened. I don't care if that comes back sharp or not, because I'm not really using it as a piercing knife that much. It's more of a handy everyday carry. It's very sturdy. I mean, it's a strong knife. You can use it as a survival knife. Also a great just around the yard knife. And so today is what are we looking at? We're looking at the 9th of February. We're going to send this off to Idaho, and it'll come back in a couple of weeks, hopefully, and I'll give you a review of how they've done on it. Hi, folks, and welcome back to the second part of the video, and that is the reveal. We have this coming back from Tops out in Idaho. I was told it's the eastern part of Idaho. And I was told it was a little one traffic light town. I've lived in towns like that before. Usually very nice, quiet places, off the beaten path for sure. So this was sent off on the 9th of February. Returned here back to the East Coast, 24th of February. A 2-week turnaround, including a not real fast mail trip, and a lot of snow and stuff like that it had to go through. So they've sent it back. As I showed you last time, the sheath had lost a belt clip. So it wasn't a belt sheath anymore, it was a pocket sheath. And the knife was in kind of, well, it had been beat. It had been beat. The finish was pretty beat. In addition to that, the blade was very, very dull. So They said that for the low cost of only $6 for the new clip and $9 for return shipping, they would go ahead and sharpen it and make it look good, do what they could do for me. So here we go. This is interesting. Inside the box, and it seems like it weighs way more than the 4.5 ounces when I shipped it out. So here is a Tops catalog. I've never seen one of these before. Can't say that after today. Tops. One life, one knife. Guess what? I own three Tops knives. If you just get one, you're probably going to get another one because they're great. So then we've got in here the knife, bubble wrapped up, the information for what they did for me, and $6 for the rotating steel clip, and $9 for the shipping. And then in here we've also got another, oh no, cool. Man, oh man. Just like the old Snap-on or Coors calendars you see in greater bathrooms throughout mechanic shops and things like that in the U.S. By the way, I know not everybody watching is from the U.S. I appreciate people watching from all around the world. But here we go. This is, oh man. Well, this is not only cool knife art, but it's something to make you think you might want to buy another Tops product. And that's a very good possibility here. Now, this is a SERE knife. What we're not going to do today, we're not going to go outside and show you what a good knife it is in things like survival or evasion or resistance or escape. Know that it's made for that. It's not a bushcraft knife, although I do own a bushcraft knife from Tops. It's not made for chopping down pine logs and making yourself a winter shelter and things like that. It's made for some tough use in some tough conditions. So here we go. I'm trying not to destroy the bubble wrap because I'll reuse this on shipping things other places. Oh boy. Well, they did not do a halfway job of protecting the knife. Very nicely done. There's a bubble wrap. Made in the USA. And as I do look at analytics, I've got viewers in Canada and England, France, Vietnam, I think Brazil. If you're in one of the other countries and you want to leave a comment, please do. I'm always interested in seeing where the viewers are coming from. So it is the original knife, and it looks like, I guess, yeah, in a heat sealed package. So it's not just a, I don't think this is just a press closed zipper. Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, so I probably just edited out me fumbling with this for about 30 seconds to see if there's any easier way to get into this than cutting it, but I'm going to just cut it open. And here we've got the knife, and the gentleman at Tops that I spoke with, his name is Brett. He said, "Who did the engraving on the blade or on the scales that you got?" And to tell you the truth, one of those days, one of those nights, don't remember, a long time ago. But this is what the handle looks like, and this isn't the typical handle finish that you'll see, but the blade finish, as you see, has been the acid washed, stone washed portion still looks the same. They couldn't really do anything to bring out any more detail where it says Almar and Tops, because it was pretty worn. The blade itself, the blade edge, looks a lot better. The swedge, I think they resharpened the swedge, and they definitely resharpened the blade. So if you remember from the first part of the video, this sheath did not have this nice spring steel clip with the Tops logo on the back. It does now. Nice fit. So, before, it's the same bank cord I was using. This is an oil impregnated twine. Before I had to really press on this to get it to cut, so we're going to see what it'll do now. And, well, actually the waxiness is making it slip from my fingers. Yeah, better edge on it now for sure. It would not cut just with pressure cut before. It had to have some distance and some friction. So here's your 550 paracord. Yeah, goes right through it now. Let's see, we'll double it up. Not a very big piece of paracord left, but small enough that it's worth cutting, big enough that it's not worth much else other than that. Went right through. So here is a couple of layers of t-shirt that has been getting cut into patches for gun cleaning patches. We'll see what we can do. It's sharp enough that I don't want to actually hide this and then let my finger find it. Right through, no problem. Piercing. Yeah, that knife is way, way more useful now than it was when it went out. Looks nice. It's kind of nice. It's still got the feature showing that it's had a life. Yeah, that top switch is nice and sharp too. It's I don't know if I can get enough grip on this bank line, but yeah, it'll cut the bank line going away. Nice size blade, 4.5 inches. I can get all 4 fingers on it, and you know, it'll do a lot of different things. It's not made for batoning logs. It's not made for bushcraft. They have the Brothers of Bushcraft knife. They've got the Fieldcraft knife, if you're going to do that, and they've got other knives, of course. It is, like I said, stainless steel. A lot of Tops knives are going to be 1095 steel, which is very durable, easy to resharpen. 154 cm is not really hard to resharpen either, but it is more resistant to really bad weather. And you come back from a camping trip and you forget this and leave it for a week. If it's wet, you're good. You're not going to pull it out. It's not going to be all rusty. It's going to be like this. So, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. I'm going to do a Tops comparison of 3 knives: the Passaten Light Traveler, the Bushcraft knife, Fieldcraft knife, and this. We'll do a few different things with them on the outside. But thanks for looking in, and we'll see you next time.